Let's make sure my audio is working. Can you hear me? Perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate that heads up. We're about 3 minutes to getting started. Good day, Oz. Great to see you in. Love seeing everybody in here. So excited to have another great live stream. Give you some really cool stuff to think about. All right, everyone. Ding, 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 ding. We are starting the Wednesday live stream. It is I, Dan Merkin, your by far favorite FinTech CEO. I've got a great session for you today. We're going to answer lots of questions. But before we get into the questions, I want to just do a little bit of starting stuff and tell you some cool things. Again, some of you already know because you follow me. But okay, number one, if you like to start your day with a little bit of an uptick, check out our coffee. If you're a premium annual subscriber, let us know and we will ship it to you for free as a gift. So it's something that we just recently did over the last 3 months. And we partnered with friends of ours who are here in San Diego, California, which is our home base. I live in Carlsbad. It's a little northern surf town in San Diego, fantastic place to live. And so far, everyone's given us incredibly positive feedback. And I just want to make sure that you guys know it's on our website. Check it out. It's a great way to start your day. So the next thing I want to talk about, and I've said this before, and I want to make sure you guys understand something. It's very important. What I'm about to tell you is not for bragging purposes. Okay? That's not why I'm sharing. What I'm trying to communicate here is that what I'm doing is nothing that's so crazy, but rather that you can do the same things that I'm doing. And the real key to what I want to communicate here is that it is our belief at Trade Ideas that we are the only vendors where the principal management team is in the trenches with the customer. I've been an active investor for, my gosh, I mean, I'm 54 years old and I started when I was 25. So you can do the math. I started actively trading in 1995 in SOS days, and SOS stands for the NASDAQ Small Order Execution System. And it is one of these things, if you know what a red pill is, SOS was the red pill that made you really understand the difference between the way the institutions conduct themselves in the market and what investors believe happen in the market. So let's just jump into what I want to show you. Leading by example. Okay, so yesterday, if you follow me on social media, you are aware. Let me make sure this is updated. Okay, so I'm down $2,000 today. But this month I'm up 336, 387 over the 3-month period, 862 over the 6-month period. 862 in 6 months. I mean, that's kind of like a non-starting NFL player. I'm not like Emmitt Smith or something like that, but I'm in the pros, call it like that. 2-year, 1.2. Why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because I want you to understand that when you are listening to me and when you hear the things that we are trying to do to help you achieve some of these same results, they're coming from a person who is not just simply talking about it, but it's a person that does it. Okay, so let's jump right into where we are. I'm testing the version that we believe is going to be the beta with the money machine. A huge bug was just fixed about stop losses. And I want to just make sure you guys understand that things are a little bit more complicated than you may perceive, because there's just so much to automated trading that goes into it. There's the entries, there's the exits, there's the retries, there's the stop losses. So we're constantly working on making sure that the thing that we give you is the thing that is something that works. And by the way, please understand that you're not going to make money every day by simply using the money machine. That's not how things work. But we're automating the process of you being able to do more and leverage technology when the opportunities are here. Let's talk about a couple of things that we've discussed. Okay. And I've mentioned them before. Do you guys see the toolbar right up here at the top? Does everybody see that? Give me some yeses and nos. Just want to make sure that everything I'm saying and everything you're seeing is visible. You guys see this toolbar? Bueller, is my mic working? Okay, thank you, Ripman. So why do I constantly kind of bring this up? Okay, well, I bring this up because what I'm trying to make sure you understand is that the market is, and I've said this before, it's very similar to golf and surfing, which is why we have the Masters course on our homepage. The analogy is very, very similar, because just because you got a surfboard and you're ready to go and you're all amped does not mean the sets are going to come. So when you have what's called a bifurcated market, where the Dow Jones is going down and the NASDAQ and the S&P are going up, it means that your odds of success are smaller. That means you have to size down or simply choose not to play the game, because it's very possible that every risk you take does not give you the proper reward for taking the risk. And we are trying to build things inside of the money machine that will help you with that. Like, for example, combining this, the market pulse, with the entries and exits. But what I want to show right now is something that I really like to do myself. And I'm going to minimize, not minimize, but I'm going to size these down a little bit. I'm going to show this to you guys. Okay. So this is called Rubric. Let's take a look at what they do. By the way, if you want to know what they do, they cloud data, databases, all sorts of stuff like that. So some sort of cloud thing. Okay, that's not that important per se. They have revenues of 1 billion. You can see that here. Cash of 1.5 billion, debt of 1 billion, and their market cap is 10x revenues with them losing money. And by the way, we're going to bring that up. Just work with me here. I got a lot of interesting things to just contemplate. But one of the things that I love personally myself is the concept of mean reversion. I sometimes think that the market is like a child. It overreacts quite a bit. And when that happens, you see something like this. So what I do is I look for these patterns, and I actually found this on the AI channel, okay, on our shorts, believe it or not. And the short signal was right around 88. I missed the short. And some of these, you know, again, for brokers like E-Trade and some of the other ones, they're not easy borrowable. So trading the short side on these is tough. But what I'm doing here is I'm playing mean reversion. 200 shares. Right here, you can see it went right here, rallied, pulled back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually move this right to here. So we're talking about if it breaks here, then, you know, I'm wrong. But the idea here is that, you know, I put in 200 shares at $16,000. This is in simulated mode, by the way. MM2 is sim, okay? But I practice. And what I'm making sure you understand is that this type of practice is what led me to be able to catch NBIS, which is the thing that, again, if you look at what's going on here, you know, you're seeing some incredible, incredible opportunities that are possible. And this is what it's about. This is the game. Like, potentially, I might never have to sell this ever. Okay. Okay. Trader Joe, I will totally discuss Holly's long-term trades. It's coming. Before I do that, and thank you for the question, I will explain exactly how you need to interact with it, look at it, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So first of all, I want to show you guys something. I modified my strategy on this E-Trade, and if you go right here, configure, we fixed the bug that was there yesterday. Not yesterday, sorry. We fixed the bug that was there where it was getting in and out of things. It's part of the testing. We didn't do it. You would experience it, that you would be upset. We're doing it so that you don't have to. So this is my new kind of pullback type of momentum strategy that I would use on a day like this that I'm going to launch for you. But I just want you to see what we're doing. Max 5%, 1.5 to 15, and some position and range data, where it is in the 15-minute and where it is in the daily. So that basically I'm trying to pick up momentum without buying the high. Okay, that's the high level of what I'm doing. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, copy, collaborate. Hello. I'll try that again. Copy, collaborate, and let's see if I can paste that into here. Okay, so now I just pasted the collaboration link to this strategy, and we're going to launch it and see what happens. So remember for a minute here that the market is still bifurcated, but on the pulse, you see the positive is starting to pick up. So this is kind of a good time to test some of these ideas. So here I'm going, and let's see what happens. And let's look at some of these and see what is going on. Okay. So you can see these three came in, but remember, I'm trading the trade wave as part of my settings, which means that some of these things I'm going to be specifically excluded from because I missed the entry in the trade wave. So here's an example. Again, it's starting to get me into things. And there's a little bit of a quote thing that we're making sure that we fix. That's one of the things that we're continuing to do here. So I am using the trade wave 10 minutes. So I'm going to adjust that right there. Okay, and some of these I've been in before, but you can see what's going on, why I'm getting in, why I'm getting out. And this RBRK, that's my mean reversion staple. Just look at that right there. See right here, I mean, this is where man and machine work together. Obviously, it is in a sell mode, right, from trade wave because of this, what's going on. But I see this pattern right here. You see this is a wedge. You can kind of totally see it. And I'm just playing like, what if it goes right here? I mean, that's a big move. So, okay. So very good, very good. Let me do something here real quick. The collaborate link doesn't paste into new. Hold on. Top list window. That's the window at the moment. Save and share to the cloud. So you can always work from collaborate to cloud. Here's the cloud link. Let me know, please, if this comes through. So again, I'm sorry, I pasted the collaborate link, and the collaborate link is probably too long for StreamYard, okay, which totally happens. Okay, so here we are. Like I said, this is what I'm not expecting a lot, but what I'm doing here is I am practicing in front of you so that you can kind of see. Let me expand this a little more. So you can see what it is that I'm doing and how I'm doing it. Again, there are no specific guarantees that you are going to make money. What you are doing, though, however, is you're automating a skill set where you would only be able to do this manually one at a time. And the money machine is managing the risk for everything and getting you into things in and out. Thanks, Trader Joe. Appreciate the heads up. So what we've done is when we've studied internally and spoken to the customer, what is the biggest obstacle that traders face? The biggest obstacles that traders face is simply the fact that they are nervous when they pull the trigger. They, to some extent, the metaphor would be like if you got into a car and it's a stick shift and you don't know exactly how to press the clutch or work the clutch and the gas, because shifting gears with your feet takes a little bit of practice, and not everybody knows how to do that. Well, we are creating the momentum automated transmission with the Wemo self-driving car embedded inside. That's what you are seeing. And once again, I want to make sure everyone understands that just because we have this power, it doesn't mean that every single day we are going to go, crazy and make, like, again, I did not know that yesterday was going to be the biggest day I've ever had. It was a very positive surprise. And certainly I was incredibly happy about it. Although I don't, like I said, I don't know if you guys have ever listened to what Scotty Scheffler was talking about in terms of golf, but it really resonated with me because he was talking about how he's an incredible competitor and he loves winning, and he wants to win every tournament, but really his life is about his family and his children and being a good father. And I feel 100% the same way. I love trade ideas. I love innovating. I love being able to use insight to see things that otherwise are hard for people to see, and hopefully taking advantage of them. But I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for the skill set of creating. I mean, obviously the money is the reward and you can do lots of things with money. But don't forget, there is that thing of more money, more problems. That ain't a myth, okay? Rick, we are getting ready to release it, but we're not releasing it for everybody in sim mode. We're releasing it for premium in sim mode because it's a premium product. That's just the way it is. That's part of our business strategy, and we honestly believe that the kind of tech that we have. By the way, every premium subscriber, there's no additional fee. Once this is live, you're going to get it. If you're a premium subscriber, it's premium because the amount of data that we're crunching, the server load, doing like what we're doing here, this kind of stuff, and managing all these positions, the fact that every single one of them, is server side stop managing, making sure that, these things are being adjusted with the data flow. This is a premium piece of tech. That's just the way it is. Mighty Mouse, great question. So how do I use, when you're saying the ratio window, I'm assuming you're saying the positive and negative market pulse. Is that correct? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. So this is our positive and negative market pulse. This is my, going back to the golf course metaphor, this is me getting ready to hit my ball, and I'm throwing the grass in the wind to see, is the wind in my face? Is it in my back? Is it right to left, left to right? This is what's going on. So right now, what I'm seeing is basically my odds are primarily, again, the same for winning or losing. There's not a huge advantage, and part of that is displayed right at the top. As I said before, bifurcated market. That doesn't mean that things aren't happening. Okay? Not at all. But it just means that the overall momentum is a little bit tricky. Okay? We're in stuff, but this is, again, the example of not every day something is going to be like, oh my God, I just got to get after it. So there are things that are going. Let's take a look at, for example, I want to move this channel here. By the way, our channel bar, I just want to tell you what else is going on with the money machine, just so that you can think a little bit bigger and outside the box. Every channel bar, we're going to make it so that you can trade these. we already have this going, right? You can basically come over here and say, click this button that doesn't exist, and it says MM, boom, go. And it will start trading these for you, or these, depending on what you have in the settings. And the idea is that you can do that with everything. And even on a day that's bifurcated, you've got stuff that's going. Look at these huge moves. And look at this move from from August to right now. This blows away my NBIS trade. And if I had the same amount of money that I had in NBIS in this, holy shit. I'd be up like 10 million. It's possible. These things happen. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to make sure that you guys understand, that this is what's exciting, this game right here, going from 2 to 7. I've mentioned before that I've been working with my son, who's 13, on trading, and he caught a move like this in this stock right here, Baseline Medical Group, BMGL, I believe it was. And let me show you. And this is why you have to be kind of, it was right here. We caught it from here, like right at 1, all the way above to like right around 6. That's 600%. Then it pulls back and does this. And, by the way, again, not that this is not a time to trade it with this kind of volume, but notice here, I have some alerts set and I just adjusted them. See, like I can adjust these alerts, and now if this thing really starts to go, and I'm gonna move it just a little bit here, 230, I will be alerted. You have to know that this capability is something that everybody should be using. Let me give you an example. So right click, you see this plus right here, okay? You see what's going on with this stock. And I like this a lot. Set alert. Right there, and I'm actually going to buy this in the paper trader because this is a type of trade that I really like. So I'm going to show it to you guys because, again, going back to mean reversion, and I'm going to put it in my MM. So you see what I'm doing here, right? This thing has been at 6, pulled all the way back. And this is how I take shots. Okay, so I'm going to move this away, and here we are right here. Whoops, yeah, right there. So this is how I approach the money machine technology. It is not simply just like turn on and go play golf. But what it's going to do is similar to the way the browser let you access way more information on the internet because it was easier and you didn't have to script bulletin board syntax. The money machine allows you to do that with momentum. Okay, instead of like trying to figure it out and doing it one at a time, you're doing it automated. And again, we're watching all the risks. Lots of times in the market, there is not much going on. UAVS, Trader Joe, you are absolutely correct. And this is one, I just want, let me bring something up for you real quick, just so that you're aware. Going back to the example of, see this. So I don't just bullshit with you guys. I am showing you. Oops, hold on a second here. I moved the right. You guys see this? So Trader Joe was just talking about UAVS. And I've been mentioning it to you on social media. And notice here, this is something that I am already in. I'm up $8,000 in it, $2,000 today. at 11,000 shares. Okay, my cost basis is like 1.4 or something like that, 1.5. So I just want to make sure you know that the things that I tell you, I'm in them. Okay, I'm not just talking the talk. I'm there to participate in the move. Vince, great question. Right now, Trade Ideas does not connect to Schwab. So these positions that I do on a slightly longer term, I'm manually trading them. But Trade Ideas does connect to E-Trade, to Interactive Brokerage, to Alpaca. We are working on TradeStation right now and Webull. So very big things going on. But some of these moves, like this, again, let me just give you an example. Like this RBKR, if you're playing the mean reversion play and you think it's legit, it's not something necessarily that you have to just constantly be in and out. And there is a strategy to just like you get into 200 shares, and obviously that's $16,000. It's a lot of money. And there's a big, so I'm assuming that nobody liked the earnings yesterday, and this is a little bit of a, possible overreaction, although I'm not sure. But the point being here is you can watch this, and I use momentum-based trading to also set myself up for longer-term trades. Yeah, Vince, Interactive Brokerage, they charge commissions, but E-Trade doesn't, and Alpaca does not as well. Why is it called the E-Trade strategy? Good question, Iris. It's called the E-Trade strategy because I trade this live as well. So this is what I use in my E-Trade account. I don't have it connected right now because this happens to be another version of the software that I'm doing in Visual Studio. It's not for live trading. But I will tell you something that I am doing in E-Trade and I mentioned this on social media and all that kind of stuff. But let me pull this up real quick. Okay, JetBlue. I am hearing rumors of a buyout, or rather a merger with a very large airline. And I do not know if this is going to happen or not 100%, but if you look at the way it's been trading and bouncing off of here, it just looks like to me someone's acquired, like just getting stopped. And just keep that in mind. I have 1,000 shares of JetBlue right around here for the potential buyout. Another one that I have in E-Trade is United Home Group. And this one I have for when the interest rates are lowered, and I believe they're going to be lowered significantly, one way or the other, let's call it. This stock has potential, with its market cap of 445 million and a market cap of half that. It has an immense amount of potential. Again, in my opinion. So I'm up pretty decent in it. I have it in the mid threes or so. So these are two that I'm looking at, just an FYI. Let me answer a couple more questions here. So Edwin, when is the money machine going to be live? We're working on that every single day. Virtually the entire team is working on it. We are testing the stops and the entries and the exits. I thought it was already going to be in the beta by now, I'll be honest, but there was a bug that came up that we had to fix. And I'm testing that fix as well as my other team members. And something else that we're working on that's really important, I want to make sure you guys understand this. So I'm going to click on this money machine settings, the strategies. We are right now, so there's kind of like two branches of our development. There's the test side, and we have our team working to create a better bank of strategies for you guys so that, like, for example, there can be a strategy that's specifically for a day when, like it's called the mixed day momentum, when one index is down and another is up. but you're still trying to do, and it's kind of similar to what I'm doing here in the money machine, but using some moving averages and things like that. Let me see here. Iris, I'm not sure what you mean. Can I share the green window of the money? Oh, this window of the money machine, okay, is the same exact one that I already sent in the collaboration string to everybody. It's the same thing. Okay. I've already done it. It's in there. So Oz, great question. Will the money machine close out or flat all positions just before market close, or do we have to close out manually? You certainly will not have to close out manually. The money machine will exit if you want it to. That is a user preference. It's not a requirement. In fact, I mean, if you're like, one of the things that we typically say as a choice, if you are not stopped out, well, that means your risk criteria is maintained. So theoretically speaking, like all of these, I could potentially keep, and it's up to you to decide in your settings which one you want to do. Do you want to keep it, or do you want to exit? You can interact manually with it, of course, or you can automatically have it exit for you at the end of the day. And these are all part of the settings. Does that make sense? So let's continue with more questions. As I said before, this setting for the money machine, if anybody wants it, shoot us an email. I'm not going to do the whole collaborate and copy at this moment, just because I've already done it and you guys have it. But let's, I can give it to you for support. Okay, it won't be a problem. So once again, this thing right here is key. This is your blackjack card counting technology, and you can see that we're getting more red. I don't know what the hell why this is big. See, like this, when I see this, I'm like, what's going on there? Oh, it's something about brokerage plus. When it's like this, I would almost say you are better off. Like again, like see, this one's down 1%. It's only $17, and this one again, you know what I'm doing here. So I'm in no danger, and that's, by the way, part of what we're trying to do with these different sets of strategies that we're giving you. And that is hopefully, again, the benefit that you get. So QMMM, let me bring that up. I believe I saw it. Yeah, so let's talk about this real quick. QMMM yesterday was all over the, I mean, it was in a bunch of different channels. So why did it not come up in the AI? Okay, I mean, you want to know that. So it didn't come up in the AI primarily because it's kind of one of these stocks at $114 or wherever it was at 300. It's difficult for people to, it's like this. I'm going to give you the metaphor. It's going back to like surfing. A lot of people can go to the beach and try to get on a little boogie board or a surfboard and mess around and have tons and tons and tons of fun during the weekend. But if you're trying to go and big wave ride in Hawaii, you better know what the hell you're doing. And this is big wave riding, okay? When you've got something that's up, you know, so much and then down 91 in one day, and by the way, you would have to have been out of it because you'd lose 91, 43% today. So that's not the thing that, even though the volatility is there, that's not the stuff that we really design Holly for, because how many people can participate in this? Very, very, very few. And there are plenty of names, by the way, that like, let's look at something else. Let me give you another example. So this one, 93 cents, we would always prefer this over the other one because out of the bank of people that are in the market, this is much more easily accessible in terms of what you are able to do and take advantage of than the other one, which is $300. You see what I'm saying? Three sharp. Well, which manipulation? I mean, I've mentioned many, 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 many times that you are swimming with sharks in the stock market, which is one of the reasons why, for example, when you put stops in with trade ideas, those stops are not visible to Citadel or Virtu, and they don't go to your broker until the price is hit. So we're controlling that. We're trying to help you, but you are swimming with sharks, you know. Most of the brokers are taking the other side of your trade. It's that pathetic. The payment for order flow people, the way they say that they're helping you with prices, they're not helping you. They are taking the other side of your trade. Okay, so Edwin, let me bring up Holly. I really hope that my thing doesn't crash here, because you guys have seen that before. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look here. Does everybody see the screen well? So this is for premium users, obviously, because it's our AI. But does everyone see it? Trader Joe, the reason we don't do, well, I'm going to actually discuss that with the dev team about interactive brokerage. Their API is a little bit different. So that's one of the reasons why it's not always there. Okay, so let's talk about the AI. First of all, on a day like today, there's been one trade. Okay, if you want to see what it is, all you have to do is uncheck this. This is what today's trade looked like. Okay, I'm going to make the time frame 5 minutes so you can kind of see it. Okay, there it is. So 1586, you got the momentum, it's up. You see what it's doing. By the way, look, thank you, Dan. I mean, thank you, whoever, I'm teasing. I want to really thank whoever asked me to bring up the AI and the swing trading. I'm just going to say something. Do you guys not see what I'm saying here? This thing, Quantex, right here, you're down 1%, but do you see what the AI is hunting? If you do not, please tell me. Because holy shit. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that, guys, ladies, gentlemen, this is what the AI is hunting, but it's not going to be perfect because we can't predict the future. We're simply incredible FBI profilers. And the F stands for FOMO, fear of missing out. So look at this thing. This thing has been at 22. And it's been getting kind of beaten down, but it started to bounce here. So, I mean, this is one of these things that you see how this happened, IMRX. So we were talking about swing trading Holly. Notice in the bottom here, you have all of the signals that you should be focusing on. And there's ones over here. And there's ones over here. So let's look at FBIO. Okay. So FBIO, which by the way, I'm in on the money machine, was a signal at 354. Okay, you can see what's going on. Been profitable for 3 days, and it's starting to go, and it's pretty close to the signal. This one right here, InfoRX, is one that was triggered right here, pulled back. See, it's been in the red for 5 days, but it's starting to come right back. So this is how you do it. I mean, you could literally buy right here, maybe put a stop, right at the moving average, or right here if you have the risk tolerance. I mean, for me, I mean, I'll be honest, like, 20 cents is nothing. In this kind of a move where potentially, you're talking about percentages that are 60%. So this is how people swing trade this this data. Okay, you have the Holly looking for the potential huge reversal, and I honestly, I'm gonna come right over here, bring up the trade ticket, MM2. I'm gonna buy 300 shares here just to do it. And sometimes this is another really important thing. Notice automatically the stop is set for you right here, all dialed in. Here I am, I'm in. I often use Holly trades, like Holly, the way we designed it, it's not like an HFT, high frequency trading machine, because no person can really take advantage of that unless you were in a totally different business. But what it does is it's pinpointing things, and we have it set to, like, why is it set to profitable trades? Well, right now, nothing is going. What it's saying is that, hey, nothing is really going in the pure sense of direction of the signal, but you're totally more than welcome to do what I'm doing here and say, hey, you know what? Like, this meets my risk criteria. And this is a trade. I mean, I'm just going to tell you guys, I love this trade. I tweet about it. I'm going to after this. This is an example of a perfectly good swing trade. I'm not saying it's going to work. I'm just saying that I really like this pattern. Once again, mean reversion, very good pattern. Okay, look at how these things can work out. Lumen. Okay, let's take a look at this real quick. It got you in right here, 1 day pullback. This happens. And then from that day on, boom, 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 boom. Okay. I was in this on the money machine. That's why you see this S. But you have this data right here. These are all of your visual swing trade candidates. And the beauty is that you can come over here and you can be like, oh man, look at this one. We are close. And you guys, this is another one. This AI is the best there is. Rick, you don't have to be impressed by Holly. You don't have to use it. You should be impressed because it gives you this type of results. And again, if I sort it, you can see some of the other things that it's done. Here's a signal at 155, 395. Again, as I said, IMRX. This one never went negative and basically went 100%, in right around a month. All of that, so Holly AI Trade Automation is coming right after the money machine launches. We're working on that in parallel. A lot of it had to do with redoing the server. Christopher, I think the platform is super easy to use and easy to get comfortable. Remember, I'm not configuring anything. All of these channels are already there. All I did was I came here and I said profitable or not profitable. So that's just the user preference. By default, it's always showing you what's working. Okay, that's just simply, so right now, in theory, nothing is working. But if you are more risk tolerant, you can come here and you can be like, okay, I'll take a shot. And notice again, big winners have pullbacks. This is today, but the way that this is sorted, okay, is so that you can see what's going on today that's in the direction of the trade. Like ALXL is an example, where here you had a signal at 109, and here you are at 117, and it's looking like it's potentially continuing. See that signal right here went up, was as high as 125, pulled back, went up, pulled back, and is trying again. The whole idea here is to be able to get into the ones that go and you might never have to exit. Christopher, one more thing. So first of all, pre-market, number one, there's channels for that. So if you are in the pre-market looking, you can go to pre-market, there's aftermarket, but I have to be honest with you, the liquidity in the pre-market is terrible. And that's not anything that you want to do, in my opinion. It's not a safe bet. But here you have all of these potential swing candidates that you want to be, again, looking at. And you can even see the losers, like, or ones that are just starting to go. So check it out. If you sort this, right, the long-term profit here, I mean, this is 48. Let's look at CCLD. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. You are able to then, if you missed it, potentially get it right back. And here you can set a stop at 330. So I'm going to do the exact same thing right here. We switch it to the picture-in-picture. Trade ticket, buy 300 shares. And this is basically how I trade both long and short term. Got my risk in, I'm in, I know why I'm in, and it was already on the AI. That's what we do. That is correct, Oz. So E-Trade does not see your stops when you're using trade ideas. Your stop orders are held on our servers. They're basically like the limit alerts. Remember, I showed you that anytime you have stock, let me move this out of the way real quick and see how we're doing, if we've done anything better. Doesn't look like it, but let's see. So every one of these, like right here, every one of these stops, see how it's yellow? These are basically limit alerts on our system. And what it's doing is it's waiting until the price is reached. And when the price is reached, it then sends a market order. But let me look at NYLS. I thought did I not type it? ML, oh, sorry, I can't read. I'm not sure what Holly was doing on MYLS. Let me see if I can look it up. Did I already cover that? Because I'm just looking at the A, B, C, D, F, L. I don't see it in. Oh, right here. Sorry. There you are. My bad. Okay, so MYLS. Take a look at it. Oops. The buy signal, the reason you don't see the buy signal is because it's so far below. And that was about 6 days ago. So my screen only goes to 35 here. If I went to, oops. Yeah, MYLS. So the entry price was 24.52, and if you're swing trading it, you are still in without any issues whatsoever. I don't remember exactly what time of day. Let's see here. It was right at the open, like 6:40. Do you guys hear there it is. I couldn't see it because I was swimming, but basically at 6:43 a.m. So that's right around 13 minutes after the open. The signal was given at 24:52. And it's up 51% right now. And the signal was on 9/2, so that's 6 days. Sorry, 8 days with count the weekends. That's how that works. Raphael, the TI swing picks is not Holly. It's a different algorithm. Holly is just a little bit different, and the swing picks are a combination of algo and our own curated list that we come up with. You know, not like there's just more than one way to skin a cat. I hate to use that metaphor like that, but Holly is really designed for more of the during the day momentum, where the TI swing picks, the idea is that you might not be at your desk. And so you may not be able to, the idea is that it's easier to participate and not miss the swing picks, whereas with Holly, it's a little bit more real-time intensive, but it's not the same algorithm. So, Nikhil, there is no target, okay? Because let me just go again and bring up NBIS, if I may. Okay, so the notion of targets. Targets are a mythological thing that are like unicorns. There's no such thing. Like, for example, let's say hypothetically that I was long NBIS and my target was 76 and I exited. And I thought, man, I did really, really good because it went down, lower highs, then at 62. And then the next day it was at 96. I would avoid targets completely. It's really a question of time and money. If it's working for you, okay? If it's working for you, try to maintain. Think about it more like everybody wants to be in the Apple, Microsoft, PLTR, NVDA, Netflix type of trade. I'll tell you guys a story real quick. And it's a really good thing for you to listen to because I'm trying to do the opposite of it with NBIS. But in right around 2010, okay? So this is so important. Please listen closely. Right around 2010, I bought approximately 10,000 shares of Tesla at like $17. It was a big portion of my account. And it ripped up to 28. Quick. Went from 17 to 28. I sold my 10,000 shares, raised my hands in victory, and never bought it again. And if you count the splits and the time, that's approximately $65 million that I left on the table on that one trade. Think about that for a minute. $65 million I left on the trade by making $100,000 in a week. Okay, so be aware of that. Please know that you want to, like, there's nothing wrong with doing both active investing and riding long-term momentum waves. Like with NBIS, why am I riding this long-term wave? Well, from my analysis, what NBIS is doing is very similar to what Netflix did with browsers and Tesla with electric cars, and they're in the AI space. I mean, I think potentially they could, run to about a market cap of 200 billion fairly quickly, and then do it 10 for 1. Because there's so much demand for their stuff. I mean, think about it. Microsoft, which has infinite amounts of money and theoretically could do anything that anybody is doing, instead of copying what NBIS is doing, they signed a contract with it. Okay. So that's why there's nothing wrong with being both an active trader and riding big momentum waves of stocks that help you gain wealth. Let me tell you the biggest lie in finance, and it's the biggest lie in life as well, but those are my opinions. The biggest lie that they gave you in finance is that diversification is Diversity sucks everywhere. Okay. Steve Jobs did not become a billionaire by being diversified. He was in Apple. Michael Dell was in Dell Computer. Bill Gates was in Microsoft. And Elon Musk was in Tesla. And those things, riding the momentum of that one thing, let them get into other things, which then made them more wealthy. But these guys weren't diversified. Never diversify. Never listen to people that tell you that diversification is what makes you win. It's the opposite. Concentration is what makes you win. Edwin, I am in 17,000 shares of here's if you want to know what I'm in 17,000 shares of NBIS, and my average price is 26.26. It's right here. No, that's right. I totally get what you're saying. I'm just saying that you can, so when you are going to use the money machine, you know that you can configure your own stuff and you can set it to trade stuff that you like. And if that type of a trade, the QMMM type trade is what you like, you can create a strategy that lets you do it. Remember, we have the money machine settings, show you, and this thing allows you to, I have it running, so I can't access it, but it allows you to create your own. And my team is creating a bank for you, but we're going to do more and more live streams where I'm showing you how to implement and create technology that suits your specific style. We're just trying to get you started on the right foot. Thank you, Edwin. I appreciate it. I try to lead by example, you guys. That's the thing, and I'm not doing it to brag. I'm just saying that you can do what I'm doing, and the Tesla mistake is one of the things that let me stay in NBIS. There's been a lot of volatility. I mean, I can be down 30,000 in one day, but it's really all about percentages at this point. I see this thing as a wealth generator now, much more than just a gain in a position. Raja, I believe the P&L is fixed. Yeah, that's one of the other things that we have been working on. So guys, we are at the bottom of the hour. Fire the last questions away, and I will get to them so that, again, you see what's been going on today. I mean, this just happens to be the day that I'm showing you. And as I mentioned before, this is where you go light, not go heavy. And, keep an eye on this one, because sometimes they pivot really fast. So I would definitely be adding this to like set an alert, maybe like right here, 85 or so. As I mentioned before, hearing rumors about a buyout in JetBlue. These are just rumors, nothing more. But that's the kind of stuff that works. I use the Market Explorer, yes, and we have tons of customers that use the Market Explorer. That's where you can get the trade wave and Market Explorer right here. Right click, select strategy, trade wave, and trade wave 5 minutes. So it's almost like an alert system. Let me put this on the 5-minute chart so you can see it. So DGNX just had a buy signal right here. That's why you see that. PESI just had a buy signal. And again, this is the kind of stuff I like, this type of thing right here, quite a bit. We don't know what's going to happen, but there's relative volume. And this would be one that is right up my alley. Boom. Instant. So, Oz, great question. You'll basically not be in it. there'll be a message in the orders window that says this stock is hard to borrow and call your broker. That's really the only thing that we can do. Mighty Mouse, we don't have that yet, but that's coming. And in fact, I really like these trade wave alerts potentially to go on the phone. We're working on that. Tons of tech underneath the surface that we're working on. So Ripman, I theoretically am testing the version that's going to be out. Today's Wednesday. You know, it all has to do with bugs and what we find. I mean, we have a rigorous testing regimen right now. In fact, I mean, I'm doing it as we speak. I'm shooting for as soon as possible, but we just want to make sure that we give you guys something good. And what I mean by good is it's something that's stable and isn't breaking and is meeting some of those expectations. So that's really my primary goal and why things take longer. I mean, what we are doing in automation has never been done before in the brokerage business, ever. So it's very exciting, but at the same time, there's a reason why it takes a little bit longer sometimes than you expect. You know, this is like a race car and the drivers are taking it around the curve. So see, like, by the way, look at this. This is a very important thing to notice. It almost looks like a buy program is coming in of some sort. So this is when, again, like you start, like if you're starting the money machine now, this is where it potentially could get interesting. Like you want to look for something like this. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just saying, see this? Lots of positive events streaming. This is what this window is designed to do. Edwin, I really appreciate everything you're saying. That means a lot to me, and I love the opportunity to speak to you guys and ladies and be direct and show you what's possible if you apply yourself. I mean, trading is an incredible thing. It can set you free. I'm trying to, again, show you guys that by, you know, what I did with NBIS. And what's kind of cool to me, and this is the last thing I'm going to leave off with, is that yesterday was the biggest one-day gain I ever had, and it took me 54 years to get there. So, you know, it's not necessarily like pro sports where, you know, it's like 22 and then, you know, maybe you're peaking at 30 and then you're retiring. No, in trading it's different. It's a mental game, and the best came to me at 54, and I think there's going to be way more after that. But I'm just saying, it's kind of a cool thing to think about, that it's never too late. You can always get in there and you can find something good, and we show it to you. Our Explosive Winners channel, our AI channel, you know, these things, you're not going to miss anything if you're using the channel button. Okay? I mean, look at these percentages. 93% in 1 month just got halted. Okay? You know, you have the halt and resume right there. So many things that you can do. All right, you guys, we are 4 minutes past the hour. I want to thank everyone once again for joining us. Another very, very big session today. And please come back again Wednesday, and we will do it again and hopefully show you more innovation. And by that time, it could actually be going. So I would not be surprised. Thank you once again, everyone. Take care, and I will see you on next Wednesday. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.